Okay, we will create a web service now. Open your Eclipse and we have to create a dynamic web project. So go to this option, dynamic web project, and we'll give a name. Let's say we'll give a name as test web service. Test WS is our name of the project, and we have to select a server here. Currently I have not configured any server here, and we can create a server. Just go to this new button and it will show you to create a new server, and let's select Apache Tomcat 5.5. So you can select any of the server that need to be installed in your system first. So you will see I have installed the server. I have Tomcat 7 and as well as I have Tomcat 6. So I'm going to use Tomcat 6 here. So I've selected the option Tomcat 6. Click on next. So you have to give the home installation directory of the Tomcat and choose the GRA. Click on finish. So now you can see this target runtime server it has created, and this is Apache Tomcat 6.0. Now click on next button. So the context root is now test WS. Click on finish. So you can see here it has created the necessary files which is required to run a web application. This is our web.xml. Now we will create the server for the web service. So let us create a package here. Let's give the name as com.santosh.server. So we are going to create the class and we will give the name of the class as calculator. So this class can have lot of web service methods, and I'm just going to create a new method, and the name of the method is add. So always remember, always whenever you are creating a service class, it should be public and the methods also should be public. So public int add int b. What this method will do, it will take two parameters and it will make the addition of those two values, and it will return the summation, it will return the addition of those two numbers. So I will use return a plus b. Okay, now it has created one method. I mean we created this method add, which takes two parameters a and b and returning a plus b. After that, just I'm going to create the necessary helper files which is used in web services. So this can be created in different ways. Now I'm going to create it by using this Eclipse. So just right click on this class. You can see the web service, create web service. So you can see this configuration, server Tomcat 6.0 and web service it's using the Apache Access. So if you want to change any of these, just you can also change it. So let's say for example you want to see this web server, click on server. Here you can see Tomcat 6.0 we have selected, and as a runtime we have used Apache Access. So here this access is nothing but which is basically you can use this tool to create the stubs for the web service. So there are the different options are there: choose server fast, choose web service runtime fast, and explore options. In this explore options you can find out a number of servers which is already installed in your system. So in my system just I had configured only the Tomcat 6.0, so it's showing only one server, that is 6.0, and there is no existing servers. So we'll use this truth server first, and this is our Tomcat 6.0 as the server with the service runtime Apache Access. Click on OK button. Now click on next. So you can see all the methods which are there in the calculator.java. So all these methods will be exports as a web service. Now it is going to create a WSDL file calculator.wstl. Click on next. So it may ask you to start the server if the server is not yet started. So what you have to do, first you have to start the server. Just click on this button, start server. It will start the server. Yeah, it has started the server. Click on next. This is not required. Just click on finish button. Now you can see the server has been started, and this is the server config.wstd file, web.xml file, and it has created another module. This is what web services, and well, so now what we will do, just have a look on web.inf folder. This is the class, and if you see this server, there are deploy.wstd, undeployed.wstd are there, and there is also one folder you can see WSTL, where you can see calculator.wstl file. So this WSDL file has been created by Eclipse. So there are also other different ways. Even you can use different compilers. Let's say like Java to WSDL compiler, and there are other ways are there where you can create this WSDL file as well as the necessary stub classes for your web server. Well, now we will just test the WSDL. Just we can be ensure that our web service is deployed. So we'll use HTTP where the server is installed, that is localhost, its port number 8080 slash. So now just see what is the name of the module. Even you can also create the var file, and that can also be deployed in your server. So here the name of the web module is test.ws, so I'm using test.ws slash. Services is required whenever you are using the web services, and the name of the class is calculator.java, and similarly the WSDL is also created as calculator.WSDL, so I'm going to use calculate. So if it shows that calculator, this is an access web services, that means it is up. And even if you want to see the WSDL, just use question mark WSDL. Now you can see the WSDL file. So this ensures that your web services is up and running, and you can create the client to access these web services. So here I'm not covering the part how to create the client for the web service. So this is the way how we can create the server in a very simple way, and we can deploy that as a web service. Thank you.